Yeah, well, I read the books when I was a kid. I watched the movie as well. I did read the books before, like when I got my audition, because I wanted to still emulate the original feeling of Jared, but make it my own version. So yeah, I did just I dig through the books, especially when I got the part. And this Spiderwick is inspired by the books, but it's attuned to a modern audience and a newer generation. And my character has more complexities than he was originally given, which is amazing to explore, especially in this fantastical world. Yeah, the dynamics came naturally. Joy who plays my mom. We have a lot of emotional scenes together, and she's just great to work with. It's very natural banter, especially with the siblings, Michaela, Mallory, who's super awesome and super funny, and it was just yeah, it was a very natural dynamic, and I read with Noah a lot, my twin brother, and that we hung out a lot behind the scenes too, so that helped. And when you're comfortable with all these people, it's super easy to let yourself go and play with the scenes and get more emotional. And I mean, Christian, not a part of the family, but still, he's. I mean, I just loved working with him because we had such a fun dynamic, like this cat and mouse kind of Peter Pan and Hook thing, and it was so fun to banter with him and play off that. And he taught me so much. So yeah, so I read for both of the twins at first. I thought it was going to be one of the. I thought it was going to be like the movie where one person would play both of the twins.
Hmm.
I didn't hear back for a while, and then one night my mom comes running upstairs and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you just got a Zoom read, like a chem read for the Spiderwick Chronicles," and I'm like, "No way, wait, really? I thought I was out for that." So and then I get on the call and Noah's there and we switch off reading for the twins for Simon and Jared. And then once they finally figured out who they want which twin they wanted us to be, we flew out to LA and we read with each other. And then after that, we heard we got the part and it was an amazing experience. It was rigorous, but in the end, through the tribulations, we prevailed. Yeah, the set designers outdid themselves, and I'm a big architecture geek. I love Gothic architecture and all those like cool cathedrals and Victorian stuff too. So the house was it was just beautiful, and the set was so immaculate and so big, and it was just it's so detailed. There's so many little artifacts and there's fairies hidden in the wallpaper, and it's just it was amazing. And I mean, every nook and cranny, even places you wouldn't even you remember filming at, it was just decked out, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Even the attic too, all the sets. Yeah. So Aron, our showrunner, him and I, we talked a lot about portraying Jared's mental health in a respectful light. We avoided words and we I wanted to play it as natural as possible. I watched a lot of movies to help pull from performances for mine, and I watched like Donnie Darko, Good Will Hunting, pulled from Anakin Skywalker, just to kind of get that vibe going. And yeah, and yeah, I watched a lot of just scenes. I guess movies to me and shows and stuff and other people's performances really help inspire me, so I can pull from them and create my own. I watched like Zendaya and Euphoria
Hmm.
because I feel like our characters kind of have a very similar arc going on. Um, and but yeah, very emotionally daunting, but it was a great learning experience. Yeah, they visited set. That's the first time I met them. And they're just I love them to bits. They're amazing. I was just out in Massachusetts actually for the special screening, and I got to see Tony's art studio, which was awesome, and Holly's like just awesome, like gothic vampiric house. Um, but yeah, I was nervous at first because I'm playing like their character, their creation, and I really want to respect that, and shed light on their vision. And so yeah, I asked them questions about Jared, and they had so much awesome insight about the story and about the character, and where they see the story going, and it was great to hear all that, especially from them. Oh, yeah, I worked with Christian on my last movie, We Could Be Heroes on Netflix,
That's right. That's right.
and he's just I love the guy. He's a live wire. I mean, he just teaches me so he taught me so much, and he taught me how to take things seriously without taking them too seriously, which is always great to have. And we would just play and improvise, and he would always kind of be behind the camera and like, okay, now he would like egg me on like, okay, now crawl to her, crawl, and just start screaming, and he was almost like a second director, which was really cool. But yeah, I love him. He's great. True Romance, Heathers, you name it. I watched it
Right.
all,
So
and
engagement, right.
yeah, I love him so much. Great
I
guy. Yeah, I mean, I've never been to a convention like that in my life, so it was a very fresh and cool experience. I'm grateful to have experienced it, especially for this. But yeah, it was very daunting. It was really cool seeing all the reactions for the first time to episode one, and getting to talk about it, because it's been a long process, but it was a very fun experience.